And just make sure this position that you're in feels really good right now. You can adjust yourself as and when you need, so you feel settled. And then allowing the eyes to close or the eye gaze to soften. And allowing the breath to enter, to leave as softly and slowly as possible. Observing the exhalation a little bit more closer than the inhalation. Feeling the sensations that the exhalation brings you. It allows you to just let go of those tiny areas of tightness. Maybe not even tightness, maybe just tension, discomfort. Can tune into the feeling of each muscle relaxing, letting go of the muscular engagement. And allowing yourself to really relax into the ground and feel supported. What else can you observe about your breath right now? Can you hear the sound? Can you feel soothed by the movement? Making some gentle movements back into your body. Just keep them small for the moment. Your first posture is going to be banana pose. So slowly shifting your hips over to the right edge of your mat. Feet slide down to the bottom left-hand corner. Shoulders slide to the top left-hand corner. Arms can reach up overhead, clasping hold of the right wrist with the left hand, if that's comfortable, or maybe you want to take your elbows a little wider apart here to allow yourself to be a little bit more comfortable. Crossing the right ankle over the left knee if you want to go deeper into the hips and lower body. So we're creating that curve and that banana shape. The hips gently press the back of your rib cage down into the floor. Keep your hips level. And still maintain that sense of being grounded and supported. Still observe your exhalation. Observing the sensation that you're feeling that exhalation can tell you a little bit more about where your body is within this pose. Sometimes we're holding on to that tension and that fight without even really realizing we're holding on until we take the time to observe. We're just going to spend 3 more breaths here. And then slowly transition to the other side. First, we're going to move the shoulders and the arms back to the centre, uncrossing, the top leg if it's crossed. Then placing the feet to the ground, lift the hips over to the left side, slide the shoulders over to the right side, and then lengthen the legs down to the bottom right hand corner. Taking hold of the left wrist with the right hand at the wrist. Maybe crossing the left ankle over the right ankle. Noticing if your back wants to lift or anywhere in your body, in fact, wants to lift away from the floor, and then just seeing if you can nestle it down into a place where it doesn't feel like you're fighting to feel grounded. Such an amazing pose to open up the solar plexus chakra. The sense of our self-belief, our confidence. Just thought that when this area is stuck or blocked, it can hinder how we feel about ourselves. So it's the area that wraps around your waist. I'm just going to take 3 more breaths here. Allow yourself to let go of any thoughts that are holding you back. Let them go in that exhalation. And the smile of your face, bring yourself back to the centre of your mat. Uncrossing the legs, sliding the shoulders back. Then bringing your arms down by your sides, draw the knees up towards the chest, give them a little hug. I'm going to take a few rotations side to side, bringing the arms to the floor first, either feet over to the floor, so you can keep them there as you roll, or keep the feet off the floor, your personal preference. Again, opening up the area that surrounds your waist, below the rib cage and above the hips. Maybe a few little cracks happen. That's all good. And once you've done both sides equally, draw the knees into the chest. Rock yourself up. Turn over onto your hands and knees. No rush there. Inhaling into upward cat. Exhaling into downward cat. And then just flowing between. So you're rolling around through your cat. So your body be a little bit freer. Step your legs back into plank and then lift up into downward dog. As you lift up, bend your knees a touch. Just a little softness in the knees there. That helps you to keep it back long. And pedaling the feet up and down. Getting into the calves. Lifting your right leg up towards the ceiling for 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Then you're going to sweep that leg underneath your body and become it into swan. So taking the right knee roughly behind the right wrist. Ankle is level with your left hip bone. But it doesn't matter how tucked in it is or how high up it is. Just get the width of your shin as wide or slightly wider in your hips. If it feels better, feel free to drop your bum to the floor and then fold over however you wish. But come down into the forearms or stretch the arms fully along the ground. And then just walk yourself onto the diagonal, so you're going to the right diagonal. So this way we get into the glutes, but we also continue to stretch down the left side of the torso. Try and let go of the sensations that you feel around your right butt cheek. Can you let them kind of dissolve? And let go of tension through the jaw, through the neck, through the shoulder. Just going to spend 5 more breaths here. At the end of those 5 breaths, walk your hands back in. Tuck the toes of the back leg, make your way back into down dog. Maybe paddling the feet up and down again. Ready to switch sides. This time taking the left leg up for 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Just keeping that belly drawn in as you rotate. Sweep the leg underneath. Settle into your swan. Taking your time, just let it feel like you're right, so you can sit your hips equal and level. Sliding the back leg a little bit further back if it feels nice. Feel the front of your hip. And then going on slightly on the diagonal without the hips rotating with you. So this time over the left thigh more. You can take 5 more breaths here. At the end of your 5 breaths, slowly return your chest back to the centre. Lengthen the arms to lift you away from the floor. Tuck the toes. Step back into downward dog. And then pedal the feet up and down again. So allowing a little bit of blood to get back into the bum. Inhaling then to plank, bringing the shoulders forwards over the hands, knees or toes. Exhale, elbows bend, lower and soften. Breathing into cobra with the hips down. We'll lift the hips as you straighten the arms into upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take your right leg up the 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Step the foot forwards between the hands. Help it there if it doesn't quite get there. Drop the back knee to the floor. Relax the foot if it feels good. Take a twist towards the inside edge of that leg. Return the hand down. Lift the back knee, step back into downward dog. Left leg rises, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip as you exhale. Stepping the foot forwards as you inhale. Drop the back knee. Exhale, twist. Press the knee in towards the chest. Hand down, step back to plank. As you breathe in, as you breathe out, lower. Then inhaling. Spread the rib cage. Exhale, down the dog. Same little flow. Right leg rises on the inhale. Bend the knee as you exhale. Open the hip. Inner thighs engage. Step the foot forwards into lunge. Option to keep the back knee off the floor if you wish. Exhale, twist. Hand down as you inhale. Exhale, step back, down dog. Left leg rises, breathing in. Breathing out, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, step forwards to lunge as you inhale. Long chest, long back leg if the knee's not down. Exhale, twist. Hand down as you inhale, lengthen everything. Exhale, step back to plank and lower. Breathing in. Breathing out, down dog. One more time through, right leg rises, breathing in. Push the ground away here. As you bend the knee to open the hip, keep lengthening through the right arm to keep the shoulders square. Step the foot forwards into lunge as you inhale. Exhale, twist. Stretch the arm really high. Inhale. Exhale, step back, down the dog. Left leg. Anchor the hand, anchor the standing foot, bend the knee, open the hip. Try and keep everything else still. Lunge as you inhale. Exhale, twist. Awesome. As you bring your hand down, maybe sink the hips down a little bit more to open the hip flexors. Step back to plank and lower as you exhale. Inhale, open it up. Awesome. Downward dog as you exhale. Right leg rises as you inhale. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Drop the heel of the standing foot down a little if you can. Step the foot forwards between the hands as you inhale. This time, drop the back knee as you exhale, arms rise. Take another breath in here. Breathing out, circle the hands behind the back and clasp. Hands down as you inhale. Lift the back knee, or you can choose to keep it down. Exhale. Pull the hips back to feel the length in your hamstring. Keep a slight bend to that front knee, just a little one. As you inhale, twist towards that leg. So we're in a twisted pyramid. Exhale, stay. Hands down. As you inhale, bend the front knee to lunge. Exhale, step back, down dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Bend knee, exhale. Step the foot forwards, lunge, drop the knee. Inhale here. As you exhale, find a place, lift the front of your hip bones, lift your belly. Take another breath in. Start to open to a back bend. Circle the hands behind your back and clasp as you exhale. Push the knuckles down. Hands forwards as you inhale, lift the back knee, or choose to keep it down as you slide the hips back into pyramid. Inhaling, twist. Press down through the inner edge of your left foot. You can bend the knee more here if you feel restricted, or try the option with the other knee down. Hand to ground as you inhale, shift the weight forwards to lunge. Exhale, step back to plank and lower. Breathing in, pull the chest forwards. Exhale, downward dog. Same flow again, right leg lifts on the inhale. Then the knee at the top. See if you can keep lifting your knee to the ceiling as you spiral the hip open to the right. Step forward to lunge. Either knee down or keep the knee off the floor. Exhale. Your choice here. Inhale, lengthen the torso, start to open more. Exhale. Push the knuckles down. Pyramid as you inhale. So leaning forwards, pull the hips back to elongate your hamstring. Again, you can choose to drop the knee down. On your next inhale, twist. So from a little bit extra, feel free to move your hand, your left hand anywhere. Maybe cross it to the outside edge of that leg, of the right leg. Maybe take it up to your shin. Keep squeezing the back thigh. So the left thigh, to keep the back leg really strong. Hands to ground. Looking good. Then front knee, step back to downward dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Then the knee at the top open. How wide can you get your hips now? Step forwards into lunge. Exhaling, press down through that front foot. Inhale, lengthen ribs and armpits up. Exhale, squeeze the mid back to open the chest more. That feels so good, doesn't it? Pyramid as you inhale. Find your place, your pyramid. Keep your back long and straight if you can. So as we keep hinging over, we get a much deeper stretch in the back and the hamstring. Take your twist. Belly squeezes in. Hand down. As you inhale, shift the weight forwards to lunge. Exhale, step back to plank and lower. If you want to rest, go to child's pose. Into downward dog. Wherever you are, keep screwing your hands into the floor. Right leg lifts on the inhale, three-legged dog. Bend the knee on the exhale. Step the foot forwards. This time place it outside your hands. As you inhale, drop the back knee to the ground. We did this one last night. Quarter turn your right foot clockwise. So you're pivoting on the heel. Lounging lizard, pull the right hip bone back. Take your arm up to the ceiling. Draw it back to pull your chest open more. Then pushing your hips up more into a bit of a side plank. Reach your arm over your head, level with your ear. Drop your hip back down, pull your arm behind you. Push your hip up to the ceiling, reach your arm over your head. Then turn your toes a quarter turn forwards, hand to floor, lift the back knee, step back, down dog. Left leg rises on the inhale, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Step the foot outside your hand. Inhale, drop the back knee. Exhale, quarter turn the front foot. Take your arm up to the ceiling. Pull the hip bone back as you pull the arm back. Just make sure we're not sinking into that shoulder here. Let's take a few breaths, exploring this. Then as you inhale, push your hip up, reach your arm over your head. Yay. Sink the hips back down to the floor. It doesn't have to go all the way to the floor. Draw the arm back. Let's do that again. Lift the hips up. So it turns into a little bit of a side plank. Arm over the ear. Hip to the floor. Draw the arm back. Good. Hand to the ground. Turn the toes forward. Take a breath in. Exhale. Step back to plank and lower, or child's pose and rest. Everyone down the dog. Right leg rises on the inhale, three-legged dog. Bend the knee on the exhale. Step the foot forwards outside the hand. Now this time you can drop the back knee as we did last time, or keep the back foot lifted. Quarter turn the front foot out. If you're keeping the knee off the floor, turn onto the outer edge of your foot. Lift the arm to the ceiling. Draw it back to open the chest more. Lift your hips really high, take the arm over the ear, so it's more of a side plank. See if you can keep the hips stacked. Drop the hip down to the floor, draw the arm back. We're going to do that one more time. Lift the hips, arm over the ear. Hips sink, draw the arm back. Then turn back to the front of your mat. Step back to plank, down dog even. Left leg rises on the inhale. Bend the knee as you exhale. Now keep drawing your shoulder blades back and down. Step the foot outside the hand as you inhale. Exhale, quarter turn. Drop the knee down if you wish first, or stay on the toes. Arm lifts. Let the hips sink here as you pull your left hip bone back. Now here, push down into the ground from your shoulder blade and your armpit, so we've got stability and that supporting arm. Then hips lift, arm reaches over ear. Can keep the shoulders stacked here. Sink the hips, take the arm behind you. Let's do that again, lift the hips. Freedom and space in your waist. Hips down, arm draws back. Awesome, turn back to the front of your mat. Child's pose as you step back, or plank and lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg rises On the inhale, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Step the foot forwards between your hands this time. Then you might want to take a look. We're going to shift forwards into standing split with the knee bent. And then you can choose to stay here. You can tap your foot to the floor if you wish, or we're going to open the hip and take the foot round to the opposite side. Awesome, so pick your option. If you want a little extra, the right hand can hold onto the back of the right calf as you draw the chest closer to the leg. If you're holding the calf, bring your hand back to the floor. Everyone take your left leg back a long step into lunge. Step back into downward dog. Left leg rises on the inhale. Three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hip. Step the foot forwards between the hands. Again, slide it there if you wish. Shift the weight forwards, draw the right knee into the chest, standing split. Now here, really focus on your standing leg, so your left leg, as you open the right leg up wide, toes to the opposite butt cheek. So you want to make sure the left knee doesn't twist in with you. If you want the extra balance challenge, take hold of the calf, the ankle with the left hand. Keep pulling your left hip bone back a touch. Gently release hand to ground. Take a long step back into lunge. Step back into plank and lower, or take rest in child's pose. Downward dog, everyone. Same sequence again, right leg lifts on the inhale, three-legged dog. Knee bends, open the hip. Step the foot forwards, place the foot between the hands. Shift forwards, standing split with the knee to chest. Open the hip. Lifting the leg to the opposite, toes towards the opposite shoulder. That's the aim. So we keep lifting the left knee up, feeling that space in the inner thigh. Check your right knee hasn't moved out of alignment with the centre of your right foot. Hand holds the back of the leg if you wish. Can you keep tipping your pelvis towards the floor for a really deep hamstring stretch? Hand to ground if you are. Everyone would step a long step back into lunge. Eyes forward softly. Step back into downward dog. Awesome work. Left leg rises, breathing in. Breathing out, bend the knee, open the hip. Stepping the foot forwards. Shifting forwards. Knee to chest. Standing split. Open the hip. Hand holds the back of the leg if you wish. Hand to ground. Take a long step back. Lunge. Chest long, step back to plank or child's pose. Lower if you're in plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Everyone, we're going to add everything together, provided I can remember. Right leg rises on the inhale, three-legged dog. Bend the knee at the top, open the hip. Step the foot forwards between the hands to lunge. Knee up or knee down, twist as you exhale. Hands down as you inhale, knee down or knee up, but lift the arms to the ceiling. Bend the back knee wherever you are, lift the front of the hips, circle the arms behind the back and clasp. Open the chest, sink in the hips a little bit deeper. Awesome, pyramid pose. Hips slide back straight in the front leg. Squeeze the belly in. Try and keep your back long and straight so you can pull the hips back a little bit more. Twist to the right. So again, you can drop the knee here, but keep pulling your hips back equally as you turn your chest to the right. Hand comes down to the ground. Then you choose to drop the knee first or pivot the feet, a quarter turn. Inhale, lift the arm back. Then exhale, push the hips up and reach the arm over your ear. Hip down again as you inhale, draw the arm back, rotate your chest up to the ceiling. Exhale, push the hips up. Take another breath in, lower the hips. Take the arm behind you more. Exhale, square your hips and turn to the front of your mat. Standing split. Shift forwards. Draw the knee into the chest. Either stay here or circle the hip around. Hold on to the back of the leg if you wish. One more breath in. Find your edge. Can you open more? Can you draw your chest closer on the exhale? Take a long step back into lunge. Stepping back into plank and lower. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises on the inhale, three-legged dog. Now push the ground away firmly, feel secure in the upper body, bend the knee, open the hip. Step the foot forwards to lunge as you inhale, knee up or knee down, exhale, twist. Hand lowers, again choose knee up or knee down, arms rise, higher lunge. Keep lifting the front of the belly up for a more deeper hip stretch, circle the arms behind. Find your edge, squeeze the mid back, spread the front of the chest a little bit more. Hands to ground, pyramid, pull the hips back. Press down through the inner edge of both of your feet and then take a twist towards the left. Hand to ground, bend to the front knee. Back knee down or not, but pivot your front foot, the quarter turn, and the back foot if you're on your toes. Take the arm up and back as you inhale. Pull the hip back more. Exhale, push the hip up, reach the arm over. Nice, inhale. Gently lower, draw the arm back. Exhale, feel the strength in your waist. Gently drop as you inhale, arm back. Turn to the front of your mat, shift the weight forwards into standing split. Circling the hip open or staying where you were. Holding the back of the leg for the challenge. And placing the hand back to the ground, take a long step back to lunge. Open the chest. Stepping back to plank. Or child's pose. And lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, everyone, child's pose. Take a seat. Tucking the sole of the right foot into the inner thigh and spreading the left leg out. Let's take a side bend to begin with. So the right arm comes up and over towards the left foot. Now here, we're not going to spend too long here, but if you want to, you can rest your arm on your head so it's not too achy. But as you breathe in, just draw the right shoulder back. Pull the right hip bone down towards the floor. 2 more breaths here. And then we're going to turn the chest to face directly in front of you and then come down into a folded position. It may be on your forearms, it may be just with your hands on the floor. But here you're aiming to feel that in the inner hamstring, maybe the inner thighs of your left leg. So see if you can actively reach out of your left foot. Pulling your hip bones back so the bum doesn't lift up off the floor as you lean forward. If it feels better for you, maybe walk your chest more onto the diagonal on the left side. Or maybe you want to bring your chest over the left leg. Go to the place which serves you the most. Taking 2 more breaths here. And coming up. And swapping the legs over to the other side. This time, sole of left foot tucks in, right leg slides as wide as your body allows without you twisting your hips. Side bend. Left arm reaches up and over. So you just take this to where feels good for your body. And just 2 more breaths. And find your fold, rather straight forwards on the diagonal. or over your leg. Take 3 more breaths. And then slowly climbing your way out. Making your way onto your back. And it's going to finish in bridge pose. And you can spend as long as you wish there. Feet hip distance. Maybe supporting your hips with your hands. If you do, you might have to lift your heels to give yourself the space. Or clasp the hands underneath the body, climbing onto the shoulders and sliding the sternum towards the chin. If you wish to go into the full back bend with your hands just above the shoulders and push yourself up, you're welcome to go there too. So wherever you want to be, focus on that space in the front of the hips, the space in your chest. Pressing down into the floor, finding that grounding and the energy. And then whenever you are ready, and that, as I said, you can stay there for as long as you wish. You roll yourself back down to the floor and choose a comfortable position to rest in. And then follow the breath. Giving yourself this time just for you, just to think about you, your body, and your breath. Take one last deep breath in. And as you do, observe the sensations again. Bring a smile onto your face. And then start to awaken your body back up. Although if you have the time and you want to stay there, you're more than welcome to stay.